Good evening. Happy Halloween. All right. Hope everybody got their dose of sugar and had a great time at the parties and, enjoyed, putting things together to make a costume that is, appropriate, obviously. I mean, you can't go out with body paints and just think, oh, nobody's going to notice that I have nothing on except the body paints. But, sometimes it can make it realistic looking. Just going to say that straight out the gate. So as far as like Halloween, like where did it come from, right? So we have the Samhain, the Celtic festival was where it all started, and it was a New Year's celebration because the year for the Celtics ended on October 31st. So they believe that on that night that the boundary between the living and the dead became blurred, allowing spirits and ghosts to cross into the human world. So also there was the spirit world and the divination and feasting. So that's pretty much where so the place that we got the costumes was because the Celts they celebrated the Samhain by lighting bonfires and wearing costumes. And this was thought to either appease the spirits or to disguise themselves from them. Also for the feast, so during the festival, people also performed rituals of divination, which is the practice of seeking knowledge of the future. All right. So it doesn't really say anything about like Ouija boards or anything because that is pretty much a modern day thing. But as far as like, okay, so we can go into Christianity and the influence that it had. And like it would be called All Hallows Eve. And that's how the Christianity spread when it comes to Halloween, because the church introduced All Saints Day on November 1st to honor saints and martyrs. Then there was the All Souls Day on November 2nd to pray for the dead. And then as far as like for today, in American traditions, the migration brings new customs. In the 19th century, large numbers of Irish and Scottish immigrants arrived in America, bringing their Halloween costumes with them. So, modern Halloween over time, the celebration became less about ghosts and spirits and more about community parties, games, and dressing up. The tradition of trick or treating became a popular custom for children in the 20th century. So, yeah, okay. So, like they're saying, it's about, coming together, getting the candies. It's like, dude, if you're going to leave candy out on, your front porch and think, and think that the big kids aren't going to come around and take a whole handful because they're greedy little bastards, then you need to think again and make sure that your door cam is on so that, when you find them, just be like, hey, dude, I remember when you took all the candy and you are a jerk for doing that. Just saying, because little kids want to come around and they'll take one or two, right? Because they're not selfish. But, everybody had a good time, I'm sure. Sometimes people will, they kind of like take advantage of the opportunity to be bad and, and just, do all kinds of anarchic things. And I think that's a really bad way to start the Celtic New Year, which is not the American New Year. So, I don't know if that's the docs, but if you guys want to start this right away, that's not cool. Just saying, I'm trying to have a decent panel right now, but apparently people won't let me. All right. There's another picture. Okay. That's what I'm saying, dude. Here's another picture. Who's that? Who's this? Right? Oh, she doxed my picture. No, you doxed the picture. Craig, let me borrow your let me borrow your remote control right quick. Halloween is a celebration of evil and devil worshiping and leftist ideals. Whoa, excuse me. Yeah, people will be little badasses and do their graffiti and knock over fire hydrants. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. just go get a piece of candy or go to your nearby party. Drink a little whatever you're gonna drink, okay? As long as you made it and you didn't get it from somebody else, because people will spike your drink. All right. I'm not saying they will, but they could. Okay. There's some evil people out there, guys. You got to realize this. So we have Madman here, and I appreciate you showing up. You're a fucking peon. Oh, that's not nice. Wow, I can't believe you actually said that. With your with your typing fingers, that was just wrong. Just totally. Why don't you come on up on the panel, buddy? If you're gonna talk some shit, come on up, buddy. Let's see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this in here right quick. Come on now. Get on up here, son. You're going to talk shit behind the keyboard. Get your ass up here, mother effer. See, I don't cuss like you do, Madman. You want to say the N word, the R word, like for what? To get attention? Like, don't do that. Send me the link. Okay, the link is there. So if you want to open your fucking eyes, you can click on it and get on up here. All of you. You know, this is what I'm saying, dude. It's like I try to present something to you, and I had a whole show planned, and here you go right away, starting shit with me. All right, the next part of this show deals with the dark side of Halloween. So we have the witches and the black cats. The black cats became associated with witches and the devil, with some believing witches could transform into black cats to hide their identities. Okay, this is the best one right here. Let's see if you guys can identify with this. I think there's a lot of little badasses out there who just don't want to admit it. Pranks and vandalism. Before modern trick-or-treating, Halloween was often a night associated with mischief and pranks, especially hold on. Especially in Scotland, hi GD, and Ireland. Hi, Crazy Dingo. In early 20th century America, this escalated into significant vandalism and crime, a period sometimes referred to as Black Halloween. Communities started organizing controlled events and trick-or-treating to channel this mischievous energy into safer, more communal activities. And basically they're saying, love the unlovable. When there's people out there and they want to just, trick on you or treat you like an asshole, don't fall for it. Okay, don't do it. And the reason that I'm saying that, you know what I mean, is because you guys would do that. You guys are little badasses. I know he is. Every single one of you in here. Not a one of you have any kind of, courtesy for people who are trying to have a fun day. But no, Madman wants to go out and just start, peeing on the graves, stuff like that. What? Ew. So I have someone in the back. Let me go on ahead and let her up. Actually, I'm not going to let you up. And here's the reason why. Because you show your tits and your vagina on panels. So that's not going to be good for me, nor my channel. So good try. I'm sure you're a nice lady and everything, but I cannot subject my channel to that type of nudist behavior. Okay? So you can either go or you can stay, or you can stay or you can go, but you're not coming. So do something with that. I don't know. It's up to you. Rebel is not here. Good. Okay. Big Ed is here. Remember wrapping a house or two. Exactly. And that's for birthdays. You got that all wrong. Okay. Bedtime Clown, he's live. So, Rebel is live. I haven't even talked to him or seen him since the last time that he wanted to dox my phone number. He had done it already twice. So the second time, it's like, I'm not going to even like that at all, nor you. And that's the ultimate truth. So I understand that you're still in the back room, and I'm going to have to just reiterate that I'm not letting you up on my panel because you have a bad reputation for doing shit on panels. Why? Like, do you not know? Like, just like, what the fuck is his name? Mark or Matt or whatever it is, Mike. I think Mike. So, you know, with Mike, fuck him pulling out his little pickle on somebody's panel. Those are things you don't do. And that's the little badass who's out there fucking graffitiing like the church and just desecrating the dead. Why? That's not what anarchy is about. Anarchy isn't. It means having no rulers, no rulers, not no rules. I mean, if it turns into that, then by all means, go for it. But that's not what it's intended. And the way that I look at it is, you know, anarchy, but with love. Anarchy with love. And that's what my tattoo represents. And I like to share that with people 100%. So the types of movies that that represent, you know, Halloween are Halloween 1978, Halloween 2, 1981, Halloween 3, 1982, Halloween 4, 1988, Halloween 5, 1989, and Halloween The Curse of something. I can't read it really good. 1995. Okay. Oh, then there's the Halloween Resurrection in 2002. There's another Halloween in 2007 and a Halloween 2 again, 2009. There's also a Halloween in 2018 and Halloween Kills in 2021. There's more. Halloween Ends in 2022. So those are the types of movies that, you know, you would be sticking with the tradition by watching. Does everybody understand that, or should I reread those to you? Does anybody want me to reread it to you, or did you pretty much get your feel of it? Hey, look, I have another video and watch it. Hold on a second. This is a good one. Wait, just wait, you know? Oh, what the hell? What a great day. What a great day to be alive. I got through it. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Follow. Okay, I love this channel, and you probably know about it because they have 175,000 subscribers, is called Scared Ketchup. Well, this is the Trump Show Halloween Spooktacular. I would love for you guys to see this. A good one. Okay, one moment. Get out of there. How do we get out of there? Fuck, dude. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. There it is, bro. There it is. All right, here we go.
Well, Bobo, it's that time of year again. Are you excited for Halloween?
Are you kidding? Big Daddy excited is an understatement. Free candy, dressing up like a hooker. What's not to like?
Well, I don't know. I mean, aside from the free candy, it's pretty much like any night out for you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I do love candy.
Who doesn't? So what's your costume? Who are you supposed to be?
Leader of the K-pop Demon Hunters, the heroic songstress with demon heritage and a bad case of recurring acne.
Weird choice, but okay.
And I think I know who you are, but why don't you tell me anyway?
Obviously, I'm Elphaba Thrombosis, the African-American woman who paints herself green in a vain attempt to sidestep the new anti-diversity hire regulations.
Yeah, I'm not so sure you grasp the real meaning of that character.
Does it matter? At least I get to dress up as a black person without being called racist.
No, they're still going to call
That's
you
right
racist.
on the left.
Really? That's horrible. And after I spent a buttload on all this green paint too?
Yeah, I can see how that would sting. That's a lot of green paint.
Yeah, I emptied out the Home Depot, and then the Mexican I paid to help me get it to the car hurt his back and was going to sue me. So I had Kristi Noem deport him.
Was he an illegal?
I don't know. We didn't check.
Sounds about right. Okie dokie, let's check out some of the groovy costumes people are wearing to the big MAGA Halloween orgy this year. First up, it's
Bobo. Happy Halloween, my friends.
Yeah, hey, Mike, friends is a strong word.
Oh, what do you mean? Friends is a great word that perfectly describes what we are, or my name isn't Little Mr. Bunnyman, hippity hop hop hop.
You look so sweet, Mikey. Are you ready for the big MAGA Halloween orgy?
I sure am, Bobo. The wife and kids are trick-or-treating back in Kickapoo, so Little Bunny Mike is hopping solo tonight and ready for action.
Okay, Mike, stay out of trouble and stay off of Grindr.
I make no promises.
Okay, Bobo, who's up next?
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Open
It's
up
your
the government,
incredibly unqualified
Magic
pick to
Mike.
run the FBI, Cash Patel.
Oh, right, that googly-eyed doofus. What's his costume this year?
They tell me he's going as a deer caught in the headlights.
That's appropriate. Who's next?
Next up is everybody's favorite bald Nazi douchebag, Stephen Miller.
Hello, Mr. President. Hello, Bobo.
Okay, now this is weird. You usually don't wear a costume and go as Nosferatu. What is this getup supposed to be?
I decided to switch it up this year. Can you guess who I am?
An auto mechanic who moonlights as a serial killer?
How about I give you a hint and tell you where I live?
Hint. Oh, goody goody.
I live in Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Not ringing any bells.
Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility? Come on, guys. My job is just beach.
Or are you an albino teenager with brain cancer?
Oh my God, I'm just Ken. Do you get it?
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Ken. I'm Ken from the Barbie movie. Ken.
Yeah, like, am I missing something?
No, Big Daddy, he's missing something. Like good looks and hair.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Is my hair not on? God damn it. Give me 1 second.
Oh, wow, look, it's Ken from the Barbie movie.
Hey, Ken, it's a real honor to have you on the show. Hey, Steven, come back. Ken from the Barbie movies here.
Yeah, and he's so strong and handsome and with a full head of luxurious blonde hair. I just want to rub hands through it.
Yeah, I'm not gay or anything, but if I was, I'd definitely let him park his dinghy in between my dunes.
Wait a minute. Are you guys just fucking with me?
Of course we are, you white supremacist sack of shit. Now get the hell out of here before you ruin the party. Oh, look, Big Green Daddy, the floor show is about to start at the Big MAGA sex party. It's drunk Pete Hegseth and little Marco Rubio work in that room like a couple TikTok twinks.
Okay, now that's just embarrassing. Can we not watch this?
Come on, get into the Halloween spirit. They make such a cute couple. I wonder who's the bottom.
Pete is definitely the bottom. Marco may be tiny, but he's got a thing for looking down on people.
Next up, it's your head of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, another one of your appointments that left 80% of the population going, what the fuck?
Happy Halloween, Donald, and hello, Bimbo.
That's Bobo to you, bitch.
Wow, Christy, you look different. Did you lose some weight?
Thanks for noticing. Kidnapping people off the streets in every American city can really take it off you. Then there's all the nonstop sex with my husband, Corey.
Your husband's name is Byron.
Not my home husband, silly. My road husband, Corey Lewandowski. My partner in crime, LOL.
Sounds like a great setup. How do you like your new taxpayer-funded private jet?
Oh my God, it's awesome. Thank you so much, Donald, for grifting it to me. On our first flight, Corey got so excited we joined the quarter mile, half mile, 3/4 mile, and the Mile High Club in a span of 10 minutes. That boy's like a jackrabbit on biker crank, still leaking baby batter like a sieve. Ha ha ha.
Holy Jesus, I'm gonna puke.
Okay, you get the point. So go to that channel. It is so hilarious, and the illustrations, like they're so good with the editing, and and it's funny, depending on. I mean, it doesn't even matter what side you're on. It's just still so funny, and I hope that some of the Republicans, I hope that at some point that they can clap back and make something, I don't know, just a little bit funny for people. So, try to lure people to their side because their numbers are really low right now and it's sad. And that's what Halloween is about. It's about division and something that we are lacking. We really need to start dividing between the left and the right. We're too much in the middle, and things are blurred. We're not able to decipher what's what and who's who. So I would just, if I were you, just try and communicate with others and be like, hey, you know what? We're all part of this. We're all the human race. Well, except for Kristi Noem and her constituents. I don't think she's that human at all. But I just, and also with ICE, ICE, I am surprised that a lot of the 1A auditors are not following ICE. And, especially the white guys, like it's okay. It's okay. You're safe because you're white, right? You're safe in the world. And if you aren't white, you might not be safe in the world. And that's why we need to start a movement and go after these criminals who are kidnapping people and having no consequences. When a pastor gets shot in the head, he needs a consequence and not the pastor. When a woman gets dragged on the ground, a 67-year-old woman, that person needs to have a consequence. These ICE thugs are not going after people who are the worst of the worst. They're going after people who are the brownest of the brown, the blackest of the black. Is that what Trump wants? To make America white again? I'm not down with that. I like all people, and I want all people to stay here, especially if they've been here for 10, 15, 20 years or even born here. Why are they taking them and disappearing people to places that are harming them? They're abusing them. They're not letting them get out. Look at CCOT. Once you go in, you never come out. Like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Once you go in, you never come out. Well, hey, you know what? That is a problem. That's a really bad problem. And I really wish that these things didn't happen. And I really think that people who want to make it big on YouTube will go after them, record them, do the same shit that you've done to the cops, because actually the cops are looking pretty good right now when it comes to what's been going on with these ICE thugs, basically Gestapo thugs who want to go around and just gather people up, not even knowing who they are, what they've done, and why they're getting them. And if any of my subscribers can please tell me that, you feel differently about them, then challenge me. Challenge me. Let me know what you think about that. And actually, yeah, this does have something to do with Halloween because they're still doing it on Halloween. It has nothing to do with you guys. I blame the 1A'ers, the First Amendment group online. I blame them for not standing up to those masked, masked people who are not able to identify themselves, who don't wear a badge. Nobody knows who they are. So why don't you stop going after the cops and still going after them? Wouldn't that make sense to me or you? Wouldn't it? So, Bronson, we got Auditing America, Accountability for All. Go after these thugs. What are you guys doing? These thugs are going to cities that don't need them. The mayors, the governors are trying to push them out. They don't need them. They're causing chaos. They're causing chaos so they can go, oh, they need us. Look what's going on. It's really sad. And I think we need people online to start standing up. So if you see any 1Ers, just be like, dude, what are you guys doing? You're going after the wrong people. What the fuck are you doing? So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Halloween. And I hope everybody was safe tonight and happy. So I really appreciate you guys being here. And I hope that, you can, hang on to your First Amendment rights because they're so important. And all of them they're so important. People get to have their day in court. You can't just, ship somebody off. Or you're going to get flipped off, and they're very sensitive. These ICE guys, they're very sensitive. So, yeah, I don't know what it's going to take. There's like a lot of them, and they're growing by numbers. And, people who are already violent and they see it as fun, of course they're going to sign up for 50 grand as a sign-up incentive. Of course they're going to. And I hope you guys see the big picture of what's going on today in the United States and all over the world. I hope you guys see it. Because I will challenge every motherfucker who wants to challenge me. I might have an answer for everything that you say. Might be right, and I'm used to being right. It's okay. It's all right. It's all good. So I see that Bedtime Clown got blocked again. Bedtime Clown, it's a pattern. I think that he wants to lose friends. And you've pretty much always been there for him. Blocking somebody probably isn't a thing that, could be a deal breaker. But doxing someone is a pretty dangerous thing to do. And that was my deal breaker. The first time I was upset. The second time I just left. I just didn't give a fuck. What's up, DFK? Happy National Free Candy Day. Yes. Oh yeah, what's you guys' favorite candy? Mine are like the Swedish Fish and Twizzlers because I really like the like chewy candy. Or I like Reasons, if you know what those are. That's like a hard candy, and it has, I think it has this stuff in the middle. I'm not sure. What else? I guess like Tootsie Rolls are pretty decent and all that and stuff. That's DFK. And that's what that means. That's what that stands for, is the fat kid. But, he's not a kid and he's not fat. So he definitely doesn't fall into that category. Reese's are really good. Yeah. And they have a Reese's peanut butter. You've probably seen that before. Oh, I like this one, chocolate peanut butter. It's so good. You can put it on like an apple and be like, oh, yeah, this is healthy. 420 Moon says that she's craving the pink Starburst. I know, those are so good. There's a pink and a red that are really good. The green ones, nobody likes the green and yellow ones for some reason. Like lemon and lime, like that's not a, I don't know, that's kind of an acquired taste when you get older. You're hoping your boys bring them some. Yeah, unless they like them too. That's the only downfall on that one, but maybe. Yeah, DFK, I don't really know. I mean, I do know where we were fighting. But I don't really care. People have their reasons for doing things that they do, and sometimes they forget what they've done to break people apart. And that's okay, because I didn't forget it, but I do forgive, and that's okay. I can do that, and I can really mean it. Stoic chocolate reason. Oh yeah, the lemon. I don't know. It's okay. Now you got my mouth watering. I didn't get any candy this. Oh, I did get a one Krispy Kreme donut, and it was really good. It made me really thirsty though. Yeah, I knew somebody who worked there, and so she gave me like a free one. That was nice. So the next holiday, obviously, is Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and this year just flew by, for real. And I hope everybody, has a happy holiday. This is the time to lose weight. If anybody needs to lose weight, this is the time, because once it comes around, you're going to be eating like nothing before. So I would say start now, so that whenever you do eat, you'll get back to like the normal weight, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. It's just that a lot of people, like when it comes around to New Year's, are like, I'm going to lose weight. And a lot of people say that. But the thing is that losing weight has nothing to do with exercise, but everything to do with eating and drinking. Exercise is probably like 10% of it, of, losing weight. It's just like that. I mean, maybe if you do it 5 hours a day, heavy, hard lifting and cardio, maybe that would help. But it's really where it's at is the carbs and sugars. So while everybody's talking about candy and stuff, one little piece here and there is fine. But if I had a kid, I wouldn't even start them on candy, because it's so addictive. I would just be like, okay, if you want a cake and stuff, instead of like a carrot cake, I would just make carrots and make it look like a cake, and put some little like whipped cream on the top, and see what they see if they like it. So it makes sense, and I totally think that would be a good thing, and I wouldn't tell them, oh, there's a Santa Claus, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I talk like that, but, and there's an Easter bunny. He's going to come around. He's going to take your tooth and make it as a necklace, because it's cool, and put money under your pillow. No, don't do it. Oh my gosh, don't do it. And there'll be that one kid, who says to the other kids, dude, there's no such thing as a Santa Claus. And then I'll get in trouble by the other parents, and I'll be like, dude, you're lying to your kid. You're making them grow up to be a liar. Don't do it. And I know I will challenge anybody who wants to talk about that. Don't do it, guys. I mean, look, we're in 2025, going to 2026. Can we please stop lying to our children? Blues, I get bullied, and I did. I don't anymore. I'm glad that they've moved on to other prey, because that just didn't work out for me very well. I just kind of got them back, and I don't like doing that, because I fight hard, and I fight well, and I fight enough. And for them to just think that they can get one over on me, not going to happen. I can go up on a panel and own 9 other people, because some people do have 10 people on their panels, okay? And I will go up and tell every one of them motherfuckers off, and they won't have shit to say. And I'll be like, all right, that's all I had to do. Peace. You know? And that's how it usually went. That was a good times. You get them used to it, because if they just randomly get candy from friends, they get a crazy sugar high. Right. Go to Walmart first thing in the morning and get 50% off all the Halloween candy. So true. And all the decorations, like 75% off. No kidding. I thought you taught at a Jewish school. The kids asked about Santa. No, I happened to mention Jesus Christ, and they said, oh, that's a bad word. Don't say that. All right. And nothing to do with Santa, but it had everything to do with Jesus Christ and dinosaurs. Okay. They did not believe in either one of those. So, why the Christians want to be all on Israel's side? Oh, we're connecting with them. We're buddies with them, is something that I don't understand. Especially when he's a warmonger and he's causing a genocide. He is creating a genocide, and he has been for the past 3 years. So Netanyahu can go suck some ass for all I care. And that's exactly, how I feel about that. And for anybody else who wants to join their side, you can go F off. Because I really can't understand that. That is genocide. There's nothing else you can say. They want land, they want power, they want popularity. Nothing else. That doesn't happen if you give your kid candy regularly. I'm divining right now. Hang on. Dino's here. Well, that was Jack Star. Dino's here. Happy Halloween, Shelly. You too. And 420 Moon. I knew these kids who were not allowed to eat chocolate. Told them they were allergic, but it was a lie. Oh my gosh. See you, Ashley. Nobody's allergic to chocolate. What? She never gave them candy and got sugar kicks and never let her kids eat. Oh, so she got sugar for herself, little addict, and then didn't give her kids any. How do you say it? Hypocritical? Do you know why men F more than women? No, I don't. Why don't you tell me? They don't like to talk to their mom. Wow. I hope they're adults. Gosh. I can see them moving away, far away, because they don't like their mom. But geez, as a kid, fucked up. I bet they do sneak candy. I bet when that's, how, because you're supposed to sell these chocolate bars for $1. I bet they take part in their own stash and enjoy it before they get home. And be like, look, mom, hey. And then they're all hyper. Because women don't stop talking long enough to build up back pressure. Oh my gosh. Is that a joke? Please let that be a joke. You're so crazy. That's funny though. I'm not scary, guys. I'm not. I'm a debater. And if you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. I'm very approachable at all times. So for that, I really do appreciate. And so do other people. I feel like they're down, for the debate. There's no debating the genocide that's going on in Gaza. How do they say it? Gaza. There's no debating that that's a genocide. And the West Bank, they've been occupying that for how long? Many years. There's no excuse for that. Oh yeah, well, it's in the middle of the country. So what? They have no right to be fucking with them. And, when October 7th happened, what happened before October 7th? What happened before then when there was still fighting going on? They were the oppressors. They were pushing back because of that. Yes, that was horrible what they did. Absolutely. But does it warrant 30,000 people plus little kids and little kids and women are getting killed over like for a 3-year period? Does it justify that? For what happened to them? I mean, how much do you have to get back at them? They're so angry that they just want the land and they want to demolish and obliterate their entire city. It's horrible. For anybody to be like, oh yeah, free Israel. Free them from what? It's not a war. The Palestinians are not fighting back. They get bullied. 100%. They get bullied. What's this in the back room? Let me see.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, caller. Who's behind the button?
Hello. How are you?
Don't be a bitch. Don't be coming up here and be silence. Come on, dude. And now you have no avatar. This must be your first time on StreamYard without the S. Now, I'm sure that it's Prime, and I wish he could just kind of F off because I really don't even care to associate with him. Free candy for everyone. Exactly. You only, don't be a bitch. All you have to do is just eat candy for one day. Okay, 2 days. All right. But the kids are going to be eating it all year long. Unless you're like a little baby, right? And you got like one piece of candy in one hand and another piece of candy in the other hand, and you don't know which one that you like the best. So you just kind of start on one and then hold it and then start in the other one and hold it there also. So that's a variety. So the kids know, they know about how much they like candy right away. There's no denying that. So when you say, oh, what's your favorite candy? Well, I mean, it's sugar. So I like all of them, but you can have a favorite. And dude, I don't know if you're going to actually talk when you come up. But if you say something bad, no, you know what? Why don't you put something in the private chat? Okay, do that. I don't know. It seems kind of sketchy, so I kind of want this to be like a troll-free channel for once in my life. And if I let somebody up, I don't know who they are. I'm setting myself up for failing, and I refuse to do that anymore. And I refuse to have drama just to have a large amount of people in the chat, because that happens. Everybody likes to see a fight. And you guys know me by now that I am more than happy to have a couple people come up who don't like each other for me to build the bridge between them. So they can cross over in the middle and shake hands and then give a hug, probably a side hug, or not to the frontal hug. At that point, that's going to take a lot more work, to be honest with you. But I have that innate ability to make that happen. And for that, I'm really happy that I've been given that, God-given gift. So yeah. I would love for people to do that because it's important. The fighting, I get it. Sometimes you just have to get it out of your system. But at other times, you have to be like, well, maybe there's something better out there than doing this. Are you going to talk this time? Can
you hear me?
You're
Hi. Hi. Hello. Come on. Can't you hear me? Well, it says blue by my name.
Mute. That would be great.
Yeah. So I'm not mute. Oh, do you need my camera on? Is that what you need? Do you need my camera?
You told me last time that you were muted. Well, guess what? You're muted again. And
Well, it doesn't say that I'm muted.
look, you're already on the panel. You don't have
Yeah.
to show me how you look or anything. You're actually on the panel right now.
Right. Okay. Well,
I know it
can't
doesn't
see.
seem like it because my pic is up there, but you're there. You're actually there.
I can't hear anybody talking back to me. Oh, hi.
See? That's you,
I
buddy.
see that. That's me.
Now we got Fred in the back room. Fred.
So-
Calling all Freds. Waiting for you to come up and call all Freds. Who's this?
Who wants to get a piece of me?
Don't be tricking me like this. Trick or treat. I'm the treat, dog. What do you want?
I'm just being friendly.
Yeah, we don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear anything you have to say if it's not going to be anything. Come on.
Well, if you
Happy
Hi.
Halloween, you fent queen.
Hello.
Hi.
Who's this person on panel?
5, 4, 3,
Hello,
2,
fent queen. Viral.
Jackstar.
1. All right. I mean, you guys had your opportunity, but everybody wants to chicken out like Taco. Trump always chickens out. So you're in that category, buddies. True story. Moving on. So I know. I wish you had your opportunity to express yourself on a large platform. At this point, I mean, you're back, and I'd rather just kind of move along with my show. I actually had a lot to discuss, but apparently, the person in the background wants to show their TITSs and other things that I don't want to see ever. So they can actually quietly get banned from here. Okay. And that's what happens. It's that easy. It's that easy. And you know what? I'm actually not, I don't have anything against you, but I'm kicking you from the studio. It's not a ban, it's a kick. And the kick is because you don't say shit to contribute to this panel. And for that, this look, my audience wants to see a panel. They want to see a debate. But if you come up and say nothing, it slows the flow. Right? There's no ongoing legal matters, whatsoever. It's not like I included you in any. That's just not true. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're running circles around me, and you've quietly gotten me confused. All right. Anybody else want to come up and not say anything? Anybody? DFK, you want to come up and be silent? Because that's fun. That is really fun. Wow. Where's Shiva? Where's all the old timers? Why don't they come around? That would be cool. Where's GD? That's what I'm saying. All his people came over to, do vandalism on Halloween, and he can't even come over and stick up for his culture. Who else doesn't stick up for their culture? AC. AC has never once stuck up for his culture. Do you think he's running around and chasing ICE and telling them not to pick up Mexicans who haven't done anything wrong? No, he hasn't. And that's why I say he doesn't stand up for his culture. It's bullshit. I've told him this for 4 years. But instead, he wants to go around with a pedophile and, take their flashlights and look in people's cars, looking in there. And what were they looking for? You're hanging out with the dude who went to jail for a pedo situation, why are you hanging out with the dude and sneaking around and looking in the car windows in the middle of the night? What? And in the meantime, people are, picking up Mexicans and shipping them away. Do you think he cares? No, he doesn't. You know what he cares about? His stupid fucking show. Do something real in your life and then come around, and maybe people will respect you more. Maybe people will actually have some sort of real respect for him. But at this point, nobody respects him. They want a show, but without him on it. They actually want to see some content, but they would rather him dismiss himself from the show. Who's paying the $5 to kick him off the show? I want to know who's paying that. I want to give them a high five. Nice. Yeah, that was actually pretty much the greatest thing that anybody has ever done, is to pay to kick him from his own panel. And I want justice too. I want to know whose cars was he sneaking around and peeking in and what was he looking for? What's his problem? What's his gig? Go protect your people, dude. Why don't you record that? Why don't you do something productive in society? I would like to see that. I would watch that. I have the best ideas ever. How many of you would watch that if he actually took a camera to film ICE picking up Mexicans and saying to the Mexicans, hey, what's your name? And they give him the first and last name. And what does he do? He looks up his name. He tells the family. And then he tries to find out where he's going, so they can get a freaking lawyer out there and save him. But no, he's doing the worst thing ever, and that's hosting a show that's bullshit and nobody likes it, instead of doing something constructive and important. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him that I had to be the one to think of this. And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about a guy who verbally abuses women, who lies about women, who won't fight a man. He's at least told off like 9 women that I know of. And he slanders people. He mocks people. He makes fun of people. And he thinks it's funny. His friends are shit. He is shit. I just don't know a lot of Mexicans. But at one point, I did know him. And this is his opportunity to make something of himself. Besides peeping in fucking car windows. Peeper. A car peeper. Do something good, Do something good in your life. You might actually be able to turn things around. He might actually be able to be in the grace of God's love. People can be redeemed from our Savior, Jesus Christ, and God. He forgives people. Okay, so you hung out with the pedo. Okay. So you peeped in car windows. Okay. If he repents, he actually might get forgiven. And the way that he gives back is that he records. Because we're all the press. We can all record on public property. And get people's names. Because you're not going to get ISIS names. They're not going to give it to you because they're thugs. They're bullies. They're worse than bullies. Yeah, I hope he hears this. I hope word kind of gets around for him to step outside of his comfort zone and go over to Home Depot, dude. Go to the 7-Eleven, hang out there. And wait, maybe you've already seen them. Maybe they've already come through your city. Do not be afraid. Well, you're a scared little bitch. So you probably won't even do it because you're just a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow. I just said that out loud. I just said the quiet out loud. Wow. That's good. That's good. No, we don't want to bring that person back, 420 Moon, because he actually brought nothing to anybody's show. He is just a piece of shit. I would like to know what he has to say too. Look, I think I've only confronted him once. I'm pretty sure. But I know his fighting style. I know everybody's fighting style. Obviously, I've been watching. Obviously. That's what happens when you get out of the limelight and you sit back and you watch. And people have their own patterns that they take part in. And the best thing to do is to sit back and watch, because then you know how to combat them. And I know how to combat a lot of people on here, but I really don't want to because I need my serenity. But maybe I should go out and film the ice. You know what I did is I went to my local police department and I said, hey, if they come here, please, 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 I went there twice, do not side with them. And of course, he has to record everything on his body cam. But I just asked him, please don't co-sign them. Please don't stand beside them. Please do the right thing. And I might go there every fucking day and do it until they get it through their thick heads that they are different from ICE. They actually have principles. They actually follow rules. Not all the time, but a little bit better than ICE. At least they don't disappear people. And thank God they got rid of that alligator Auschwitz. Bitches. Good. The judges got them on that. Oh, that's nice, Dino Diner. That's interesting for sure. Oh, goodness. So looks like that 420 Moon caught like 5 guys in a row. Flaggots tonight. And 1 a stalker. Dude, let's go. ICE is paramilitary arm of Trump administration. Do you mean the Trump regime? Is that what you're talking about? The authoritarian regime that is now what we call in the White House? Why don't you just call it for what it is? I mean, that's obviously what it is. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's get out there. Let's make a change. I wasn't able to go out to the No King's Day. I had to do something, and that person did not want to go with me, obviously. But it was a great turnout. It really, really was. The people are pushing back. And let's see how far this will go. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dino Diner. I don't take men in a row. Exactly. 1 man is plenty enough. And if he's not, then he's out. You know what I mean? Oh, you meant, okay. I know what you mean now. I thought you, once I think my mind. Woo. Where's Cindy Renee? Where's everybody when things are important, and the discussion is important? Yeah, Cindy Renee. Where's Chip? Oh, Oh, bedtime clown. I bet Chip is over at Rebels. Ooh, that would be like a real slap in the face if he were over at Rebels. I would be feeling so sad because he always wants to trick me and be like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll go to yours," and then he goes to Rebels. Why? What is the big deal about that? Like, why? You know, who else doesn't come over here? German lady, Huck, Swedish sugar. You know, they're never around. This isn't a late show, so I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Is it maybe because I didn't share it in my Discord? I bet she does. I bet she's now she has takes it intravenously because she wasn't getting enough of it from the natural drinking part of it. Oh, Chip is. Chip, you're probably over at Rebels because you're not at mine. There you go again, not being loyal. And you too, GD. And you too, freaks. You're one of them too. Unbelievable. One time that I go live, and what does everyone do? They want to post pictures in the Discord server. They want to post pictures of kilts and fucking Fosters and kangaroos and shit. Like, seriously, this this is a serious conversation. And of course, you know, with Chip, I don't know. I don't think I can take this much longer with Chip at all. That's for sure. Lisa Lynn, Lycan, Booty War, Bulletproof Tiger, Kane Corso Mom, Gia, Happy Hippie, Kimmy P, Ladybug, Max, SCKY, Rada Goodbye. Let's see. I don't even know who this one is. Who is that? Spy? Spies. Dino Diner, you know, I really appreciate that. This used to be a bigger channel, and would you like to know why? Because I allowed trolls to take over. You know, Rebel warned me of that. But it's also because he was jealous because I had a lot of people in my chat, and that's not a cool thing. And a lot of the other streamers did not follow the COC, which is the channel owner code. And what they did was they got so jealous that they would actually turn people against me because people would talk about me, and they hated that. And you know, that's what the trolls, as what is it? Emo would say, trolls, and that's just how he talks. I mean, you guys want to make fun of the dude? That's not cool. It's not cool. Why do you guys have to do that? You know, Sugar Crits, I don't see her. I don't see Taryn. I don't see Tommy at all. Verbal Kent, Vern, YM, Blue Butterfly. These are people, you know, who used to be cool with me, and they all show up, you know, when people are talking to them in Discord. But then when it comes to coming up on the panel, they're nowhere to be found. I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. I'm just stating facts. So if that's how this is going to be, then really, really, that's not cool. I'll just keep trying. I'm not going to give up, obviously. And Nerd says someone needs to buy YouTube viewers. Absolutely, Nerd. If you would like to do that, that's fine. I just don't do that. So, because that can get a channel shut down for sure. And I could I could talk it up and make all these, you know, views come up and stuff. And then what would happen? They'd shut my channel down. Oh, is that true? Yeah, I don't take Adderall. But maybe you're thinking of like ginseng or something like that. Maybe that's it. No, I don't want you to bring any stalkers. I just, I just thought that more people like had my back. But I guess I was mistaken by that, and I'll probably just be sad for like a couple minutes to mourn my previous friends, who are over at probably Vegas Valleys or ACs or Rebels. Well, nobody's at Rebels. They might be at Emos, Gary Snowflake. They might be over at Accountability for All. It's just the COC. If people had only honored that, then we would have been we would have been an actual community. And I tried to pull that together, but everybody just laughed. Everybody thought that it was funny. That they thought that there was no truth behind it. And there was no reason for having it. And nobody ever gave me a chance to actually explain what the COC stood for and the power behind it. If people had just given me the moments, the opportunity to discuss that, we would have been all such a powerful community. And it goes well beyond time slots for our shows. It goes well beyond that. I think one day I'll try to bring it back, but for now, it didn't take off. And you see where that led us. Down the pipes. Led us all down the pipes. Tommy, he doesn't go live. Catharsis, he doesn't go, he doesn't come over. And I'm not feeling bad for myself. I'm feeling bad for them because they're really missing out on some important information on the show. And, if you want to share this, guys, that'd be great. And maybe they can watch the playback. Also, if you would like to donate, like I have a Cash App as well. It's $Anarchic Chick. That's with two C's. Sorry, ANARCHIC. And I know a lot of people have a difficulty reading that. That's cuneiform. That's actually the very first written language that we've had. So I thought that was pretty relevant to. Actually, there's no relevancy to the anarchy symbol whatsoever, but I just thought that, I loved it. I love the way it looks so much. I'm about to shut this down. I know you want to come up.
That's cool.
Hi.
Say something.
This again?
Hello? No, now there's this guy who's also talking. He's
Listen, even when you do start talking, I'm going to mute you. Just for that.
Right.
Okay? I'm going to mute you. But don't say anything. Start talking. Say something. Say something. Mute. Muted. See, that was a pre-mute. All right, come on. Let me hear you.
I'm listening.
Look, I see you trying to talk, but nothing's coming through on the platform.
That's weird.
I see the little dots turning green. So there it goes again.
That's weird.
I don't
That's
know what
weird.
the problem. You're on a panel, so
That's weird.
cool if you just said anything. Look, I'm not lying. See, did you see that? Did you see how he's blinking and everything? Look, he's trying to talk. I have no idea what you're saying. It could be very important.
Who the fuck is that?
This is Anarchichi.
All right, he's a troll. absolutely trolling me. Just for that, maybe you can come back and hope that you can get your volume working a little bit better. There's nothing against you. For the show though, we use our words. Don't use words like at all. Yes, that's not fun. We need to be happy for sure. And I'm going to end on that note. Thank you so much. And I hope you learned something about Halloween, anarchy, and the Cash App, $ anarchic chick. And I hope that you learned a little bit about anarchy and the COC and how to bring that back and building bridges. The honey badger doesn't build bridges. The honey badger goes after what he wants, and he usually gets it because he has no fear. And we can actually learn from the honey badger as far as like being fearless. Just don't have fear. Don't fear the ice, AC. Help people, for God's sakes. Have no fear. Once you have fear, you ignite something in somebody who's trying to hurt you. They want you to have fear. Don't fear about your economic situation. Just see every problem as having a solution to it. Because once you do that, things get easier. That's for sure. All right. Thanks so much. Good night.